Hey my people, how you doing? I hope you're having a damn good day. Welcome back to the channel, and we are eventually going to be running off this Norwich City career mode, but as you can see right here, we're all in blue. Yes, that is correct. I've decided to take my talents, my coaching skills, the insanity of what was last season, where we won the league with Norwich City. I decided to take that all and leave and go to Chelsea. And obviously, with the Leicester City career mode, we kind of did not manage to win the Champions League. Of course, we got to the final, got absolutely battered by Juventus. So this end bit of the career mode is going to be myself at Chelsea and trying to win the Champions League. That's right, so we're not going to focus on the Premier League, we're not going to focus on Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, strictly UCL football. So we're only going to be playing that. We're going to simulate the rest, we're going to see where we finish, but we are only going to be playing that. Can we win the Champions League? Well, you're going to have to stick around to the end of the video to find out. Don't miss out any of the insane goals we're about to score. Don't miss out anything. Smash the like button down below, smash the subscribe button down below, and of course, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. So, as you can see here, we've got a really good team on hand, but obviously we are missing a few players that can add to it. Of course, you signed Danny Olmo from, I think it was Wolfsburg? Yes, it was Wolfsburg. So yes, I think he's going to be a great addition to this team. But as you can see, some of the signings that we did make, they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic signings that can definitely help us go a long way in securing that Champions League title. Kai Havertz still starting. Raheem Sterling changed to centre forward, of course. Brian Broby brought in to be our main striker. And of course, we have that fantastic group there of Borussia Dortmund, Ajax, and BSC Young Boys. I think they're a Swiss team? I was going to say, yeah, Switzerland, yeah. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But as you can see right here, first press conference of the day, of the video, of course. And hopefully, we can beat the opposing team. There's going to be a home game, of course. And just before we play this, Brian Broby did get injured, which does suck quite a bit. So we had to start Abline. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not sure. If I'm butchering his name, let me know down below in the comment section. That would be really great. But yeah, I mean, against Borussia Dortmund, they're a very good team. They are a very, very good team. But nonetheless, we are equal to it. And of course, I did decide to make Solina, I think that's how you pronounce his name as well, Solina the mainstay choice goalkeeper. But of course, we did bring in Flecken from, I think it may have been Freiburg, the Dutch international at this point. But Abline has done a fantastic job. You can say a sublime job in making sure that we don't miss Brian Broby too much, as he has been banging goals for us in the Premier League to this point. Of course, we've only played like 5 or 6 games when this game was played. But yeah, Borussia Dortmund, they were very much on the back foot to start things off with. And I was quite concerned with the fact that we didn't have the strongest depth at striker. So scoring goals was definitely going to be an issue for us. And I mean, to be fair, as the season progressed without Broby, I think he hurt his ankle, or something along the lines of a leg injury, and he was out for 3 to 4 months. So it was a bit ish, like, you know, it's a bit rough. But nonetheless, we are here for the goals, and Abline is sublime as always, scoring the second, and then finally Cockatoo making it 3-0 and more or less an unassailable lead at this point. Borussia Dortmund puts to the sword. Of course, not like Chelsea in real life versus Dortmund, who lost last night. Literally, as I'm recording this, Chelsea lost last night to Borussia Dortmund 1-0. So, you know what? Money can't buy everything, but in this career mode, money can buy success, because we spent a lot of it. You know, Todd Bowie and the boys, they've damn well given me the backing that I've deserved. And yeah, so just fantastic scenes all ends up as we are still cruising at 3-1 up, and Paulo Dybala moving to Borussia Dortmund. That is the most career mode signing I can think of. Like, why would Dybala go to Borussia Dortmund? They are literally the opposite of what he is. I mean, he's an aging star player. Dortmund's buy young, sell high, and he doesn't fit the bill. But anyway, point being, against Young Boys, we ended up beating them 1-0. Yeah, there's not much to it, really. I mean, I'm only going to try and play the most important games, and if we get to the final, which by the looks of it, 32 minutes this video's total is, yeah, we might just get to that final. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Next game in the Champions League, of course, it's going to be against Ajax at Ajax, the Johan Cruyff Arena, I think. I'm not sure. But as you can see there, 2 wins from 2 games, 4 goals scored, 1 goal against, and yeah, goal difference of 3. Let's go! Up the Blues. Smash the like button down below if you don't mind. Follow me on Instagram if you would like to, of course. But as you can see, the boys are absolutely ready for it. Big game. Can I just say, okay, I've never really used Schlotterbeck, right? Obviously, FIFA 23 is the first time he's had his real face and stuff. But my word, is he a fantastic centre back. Like, I've absolutely enjoyed using him throughout this season. He was like night and day compared to some of the centre backs I've used in this career mode, and of course in the Hertha Berlin career mode, which we will get back to fairly soon. Don't you guys worry. But nonetheless, we're cruising at the Johan Cruyff Arena, 2-0 up. Fantastic. Ajax absolutely put to the sword here. 20 minutes gone by, we're 3-0 up, and I must say I do love this Christian Pulisic celebration. I mean, it's really cool. But I also realize when he wears his long sleeves and I do it, it just looks like he's being an idiot. So, yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, we make some subs. The game's, at this point, it's gone. It's done. It's dusted. And, yeah, Selena, he's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good player. But, of course, if we were to continue this career mode past the season, he would definitely have to be in the team a lot more. But you'll see sometime, I think it's between the group stages and the round of 16, I do end up changing him for Flecken, because obviously Flecken offers a little bit more. He's slightly better overall. And I just feel more in control of the game when I have Flecken in the goal. Like, Selena, it was like a bit of a knife edge type thing. You know, like you weren't sure if you're just going to concede a crazy goal or not. But nonetheless, you will see later on in this video where I do end up making that vital change of the young goalkeeper to the more experienced goalkeeper. So, yeah. And yeah, I mean, second game against Ajax, we absolutely battered them at their home stadium. And nonetheless, it did take a little bit longer in this one. But 25 minutes gone by, and Eduardo Camavinga pops up with a big-time goal there to make it 1-0 on the day. And as you can see there, Flecken coming up with a big-time save. And this is more or less, I think this is more or less where I decided to make that change. Because obviously in the league at this point, we were not doing well. I think we were sitting 8th or 9th. And I was like, we have such a good team. We've spent so much money on it. And we can't seem to get wins in the Premier League. Where have I heard that story before? Smash the like button just for that joke. Anyway, point being, in the Champions League though, it's like night and day type things. We are banging in goals, we're scoring goals for fun, creating the most obscene, crazy finishes, and like literally the craziest finishes. And yeah, we're just killing it in the Champions League. And I mean, to be honest, right, the last 2 times Chelsea have won the Champions League, because obviously we're going for their 3rd UCL title, they have not done well in the Premier League. I think in 2012 they finished like 5th or 6th. When they won it in 2021, I think, or it could have been 2020, one of those. It was 2021, sorry. They didn't do particularly well in the league. I mean, I think they did finish top 4 that season, but just, I mean, they brought in Thomas Tuchel and so on. So they didn't really do that well. But you know, it is what it is. So there's a few storylines we're writing here that have quite a few historic parallels to it, if you know what I'm saying. And I think with this win, I mean, it's 4 wins on the bounce. That's what, 12 points? More or less guaranteed to progress. But whether we guaranteed that top spots, that's another thing. Of course, you want to try and ease your way into the knockout stages. And by doing that, I think we'd have to beat Borussia Dortmund here to secure 15 points and an unassailable lead of the top spots in the group stage, of course. But I must say, I do like this 4-4-2 formation, or this 4-2-2 formation. Like, we use it with Norwich. We tried to use it with Leicester City. Didn't really work there. We won the league with Norwich using this 4-2-2 formation, and it just suits our boys so well. Like, of course, having Brian Broby back at this point, because he's just come back from his injury, fresh off of that injury. He's back. He's creating space. He's running into good spaces. There's little half pockets backing into plays. He's a very physical player. That's why I do like him so much. But on the day, couldn't really make that much of an impact. So bring on Ablime, who's been sublime. I don't know. I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop saying that joke. It's been like damn near 10 minutes into the video, or however long it's been, and I've used it like 10 times. So yeah. Anyway, point being, we're scoring goals for fun in the Champions League. Kai Havertz, night and day from real life. He's such a good player. It's just, I think he's played out of position. And to be honest, right, this formation gets the best out of the players that we have and the players that we've brought in. Kai Havertz being one of them. He's not the main striker. He's the secondary striker. And one that can feed off of the space that a Brian Broby or a Blime creates for him. And as you can see here, he's got 2 goals in 3 attempts. He's not a bad finisher. He's just not the main guy, you know? That's just how I see it. Anyway, point being, we lose our final game of the group stage. Young boys, we lose 3-2 to them. I mean, I did make quite a few changes to the team. I'm like, just throw out some of the boys. Ike Nori, by the way, you're going to see sooner or later in this video, he turns out to be a damn near great superstar. I mean, I brought him in to be the backup for Ben Chilwell, but he low-key just exponentially grows, and it's fantastic. As you can see here, 20 games in, we're currently not in the top 4. Yeah, not great. It's not great from a Premier League standings perspective, halfway through the season at this point, or just over halfway. Pulisic leads the way with 14 goals. Most of our goals coming in the Champions League, as you can see. If you pause the video and look in on those stats, most of our goals are in the Champions League, because obviously we've just been simulating the domestic games. That's all we've been doing. And Sterling as a centre forward, by the way, elite, fantastic. I mean, he hasn't played that many games this season for us, 15 games, but just the pace, the awareness that he does have. He's got a very high offensive awareness. Just fantastic. So he's a great backup for the likes of Kai Havertz. So not too shabby. But to try and bolster our team, of course, we're doing the Chelsea thing here. We're just going in on it. We're looking to sign a few more players. You know, maybe try and improve domestically. But like I've been saying, that's not really what I'm here for. So I decided, of course, Chelsea in real life, they went and signed Gusto. But I decided, you know what, let's bring back an old boy. Let's bring back damn near, I've hit a blank, but let's bring him back anyway. And then, of course, Yusuf Moukoko. Oh, Tariq Lamptey, that's the one. We're bringing back Tariq Lamptey to back up the likes of Reece James. Of course, Lamptey can play, in my opinion, as a right mid/right wing. So he can add depth going forward and, of course, in the wing back position. And then, of course, Yusuf Moukoko being the fantastic young German talent that he is. Of course, we had a few injury problems, and we somewhat suffered with that. So I decided, you know what, going for the young guy, bring him in. Hopefully he can hit the ground running. And to be fair, spoiler, he does. He absolutely smashes the ground running. He just goes full Hulk smash on every team that we played when we did play him. And of course, he's a left-footed player. So, of course, we're playing essentially 2 strikers, but 1 centre forward. Out of those 2 strikers, and Moukoko is a striker, but both of our strikers are right-footed players. So Moukoko brings something different. He's a left-footed striker. You know, like Sterling's a right-footed centre forward, and Havertz is a left-footed centre forward. I'm a big fan of like this thing that Pep does, right, where he has pure balance throughout his whole team. Like, if he needs 2 left-sided centre backs, he needs 2 right-sided centre backs that are both left and right-footed. He needs his right back cannot have a left foot. Of course, most teams rarely do that these days. And depending on the system that Pep goes with, his winger has to be left-footed, or his left winger has to be left-footed, or his right winger has to be right-footed, or if he wants inverted wingers, you know, that he just mixes it up. And that's what I'm trying to implement right here, right now. Of course, Danny Olmo playing on the right-hand side, but he's left-footed. You know, we want inverted advanced 10s. That's what we want. So yes, if you geeking out like me, and you've noticed this team, Shotterback's left-footed, Simikan is right-footed, so on, so on, so on. You know, it is what it is. But second half of the season's underway. Brian Broby, he's back to firing and back to his best, of course. But now he's got more competition on the bench, trying to push him to get his best out of himself, really. Because if he doesn't, well, Yusuf Moukoko is there to take his place. And to be fair, Atletico Madrid, they were very good. They were very good. I mean, current Chelsea boy, Joao Felix, as people like to say, bangs one in. And yeah, I was a bit miffed that I couldn't get him. They were just asking for crazy prices in the summer. I was like, nah, it's fine. But it is what it is. We come back. We score another one, 2-1 on the day. Kai Havertz doing the things in Spain. Real Madrid City, you know, Madrid. Anyway, point being, 3-1 up at halftime. Fantastic scenes here as Danny Olmo, who hasn't really been involved with the goals this season. well, he came alive in this one, and a goal and an assist against a Madrid team. I think he does. I think he plays well in Spain. It must be the temperature, the weather. You know, everything's great for him. And Brian Broby, I was really impressed to see him back to his former best. You know, I mean, before he got injured, we were doing well with him in the league and stuff, and then he got injured, and Ablime came in, and he did a very good job at Ablime, but he wasn't Brian Broby-esque. You know, he wasn't that 85 overall. But because of the unassailable lead in the first half, let me not speak too soon, but it was kind of, I did decide to simulate the second leg where we ended up beating them anyway, 2-1. It was a home game, of course. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to pull a PSG, I don't want to pull a Barcelona, so on, so on, so on, but I did it anyway. I was prepared to live with the results, and the results favored me. But now we face Bayern München. Oh my god, bro. Like, we've just faced possibly the best team in Spain. I think they're currently number 1 in their league, in Atletico Madrid, beating them 6-2. Now we must face the best team in Germany. What was the point of finishing first in our group, right? 15 points, 5 wins and 1 loss. And we damn well have one of the hardest runs ever. But basically, right, former Borussia Dortmund boy, you know, the young American man himself, Christian Pulisic, well, he's back in Germany, he's back to tormenting Bayern Munich. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Bayern Munich, heavily overpowered. They hit back with a goal of their own. I don't know who the striker is. It is what it is. And then we kind of give the ball away early on, like just after the restart. I go in for the side tackle. I missed the guy completely and get it down there. Like Kokachu out for the second leg as well. That's a big miss. He has been probably our best midfielder. I know we've got some great midfielders. We've got McKennie. We've got, of course, Camavinga. Fantastic players nonetheless. But Kokachu has been my guy. He has been fantastic. And I decided, you know what? We're going to go full in on this. We're going full damn pedal to the metal type football. You know, rock and roll football. We're playing the 4-3-2 formation, 2 strikers up front. Yeah, we're taking it to Bayern Munich. Of course, we are going to be somewhat exposed, but nonetheless, we find a way. When there's a will, there's a way, and Christian Pulisic yet again pops up with a big-time goal, 2-1 on the day, but we are down to 10 men, and Bayern Munich, they exploit that perfectly. Of course, we're shallow in the midfield, so they just flooded the midfield, won the ball back many, many times, and to be fair, the Saka goal was fantastic. This goal, just the touch, the finish, everything was beautiful. And then just after the hour mark, bang! Yet again, 3-2. Now we're losing. Now it's all hands on deck. Pedal to the middle. Football's about to take off. And late on in this one, well, we square it to Camavinga. Camavinga gets the good save from Mike Manian, Big Don, or something like that. Anyway, we ended up bringing on Callum Hudson-Odoi. Back in Germany, of course, he was on loan last season, or a few seasons ago at this point, at Bayer Leverkusen. He's back in Germany, and he's making it rain, and he's getting them Bayern tears going, because, of course, we're taking this back to the bridge, where it's going to be a crazy one. I just know it. I know it for a fact it's going to be mad, and, yeah, it always is. I mean, I did rest most of the first team before this game. Of course, like now the Champions League games are every week at this point. So, you know, you got to rest players between those Premier League games, the Champions League games. And my boys were fully rested for this one. Simikin on the bench. I don't think he had the best game. So, shots it back and Acosta starts. And, of course, Hudson-Odoi did fantastically well in that first leg. So, I started him. And my, oh my, did he repay the favor 8 minutes in, and we're taking that lead. 4-3 up on aggregate, 1-0 on the day. The bridge is absolutely rocking at this point. You know, fantastic scenes. And to be honest, he was beautiful. Like, oh my god. Callum Hudson-Odoi was, I can't even get the words out of my mouth. He was fantastic. He ran right on that right-hand side, and it does make me wonder, was Olmo a waste of 90 million? Because Callum Hudson-Odoi, since he's come into the team like on a more permanent basis, getting more minutes under his legs, of course he's a Chelsea boy, Bayern Munich, they wanted to sign him. You know, there is a bit of a thorn in the side there, but they do get one back, 5-4 on aggregates, and it does make things a lot more interesting right here, right now. And then Kai Havertz, the German himself, makes it 3-1 on the day, and at this point we just ended up running riot. Of course, they did get a few shots, Flecken was equal to a lot of them. We did end up bringing on another German, in Mokoko. We ended up bringing on the likes of Ben Chilwell, or taking off the likes of Ben Chilwell. I'm sorry, I'm slightly confused here. We ended up bringing him on, okay, as a winger essentially, And yeah, we ended up running absolute riot on them, running a train on them. If you know, you know. And yeah, 5-1 on the day, 8-4 on aggregate. It doesn't look like it was close at all, but it really was. It really was. And as you can see, the Carney Chukwuemeka getting some minutes against Bayern Munchen. Yeah, I decided to throw the boys out, let them do their thing. And of course, as you can see, Tariq Lamptey, he's on the field, but he's not playing as a wing back. Like I said, in my opinion, he can play further forward. So can Ben Chilwell. So when the likes of Olmo or Hudson-Odoi or Sterling or Pulisic or whoever, if they get tired and we're hanging on to the lead, you damn right best believe I'm going to damn well put my boys on. Because more defense equals more counter-attacking opportunities. We'll soak up the pressure and hit them on the break. We have a very, very quick team. Like, I don't think you guys realize, but Brian Broby's really quick. Like, he's very physically dominant, but he's also very quick. Same for Kai Havertz. Raheem Sterling, insanely quick. Mokoko, insanely quick. Like, we've got some great players. Anyway, point being, moving on to the next game. The next round, it's against Juventus. The team that absolutely dominated my Leicester City team. The team that essentially got me fired because I did not win that UCL title. And then the next season, they were like, nah, bro, you're done. They basically fired me for that. They lied to the press, right? They lied to them. They said, oh no, contract situations, this, that, and the other. Nah, it was because we lost to Juventus. So you best believe, not Chelsea, but your boy Brom Squad took this game seriously. Of course, Brian Broby popping up for a big time goal there, and I just wanted to absolutely dominate them. And to be fair, we did. We attacking wise, they were nullified and we were looking really good. But Brian Broby, yet again, goal number 2 on the day, 65 minutes gone by. And you best believe my boy is absolutely cooking right now. Let him cook. Shh. Let him cook. But yeah, Juventus, after that second goal, they did start stringing a few passes together, and they got but it's okay. It's all right. Point being, Callum Hudson-Odoi came on the field, and it wasn't really Bayern Munich type performances. But it's okay. 2-1 up at the bridge. We're taking it away to Turin now. Next game, we're going to make sure that our boys are fresh and ready for it. We're going to we'll make a lot of subs for that in between the game. And now we're in Turin. My boy Pulisic, he's got to come up big. Cockatoo, of course, he's back. He was back in the last game. I forgot to mention that. But he played fairly well, might I add. He did play fairly well. Smash the like button for him. And this is where Aït-Nouri comes in, because at this point, I think he was like an 87 or an 88. And I was like, Ben Chilwell, I cannot just start you now, bro, because there's so much competition. Like, our wingbacks are the most elite form of wingbacks we've ever seen. Like, 85 plus for all of them. Except for Tariq Lamptey, but that's fine because we've got the best right back in the game. Yeah. Anyway, point being, Juventus, they come back, they score the first. But then, just then, yeah, we had my boy Kai Havertz. You know, I really like Kai Havertz, man. Whether it's me clowning him on Twitter in real life or me playing with him in FIFA, like, he is a good player, and I just think Chelsea's the wrong situation for him. Like, if he was at like a Man City, right? Like, say last season, Kai Havertz was at Man City and he was playing as that false 9 where so many chances get created, he creates so much, that the role is more defined for him. I think he would be fantastic. Like, everybody clowns on him and, oh, he's this, he's that, he's trash, whatever. Point being, though, like, he's really good, man. He is fantastic. Anyway, Weston McKennie, he's back in Turin, and he squares it for Brian Broby, who makes it, at this point, an unassailable lead. 5-2 on aggregates and 3-1 on the day, absolutely making Turin look like our jumping castle, you know, the little welcome to Turin, Chelsea's playground. Anyway, back at it again, and they did make a bit more of the game in the dying moments of it, but too little too late. You're done out here, bro. You are absolutely cooked! As Chiesa comes back and they're celebrating like they've won the game, or drawn the game at least. Nah, bro, you guys lost. 3-2 on the day, and it was like 5-3 on aggregate. But as you can see there, we are now in the final, and as you can see, we finished 6th in the Premier League. Absolutely disgusting scenes. We didn't prioritize it, I will say that. We did not prioritize the league. But I did expect to at least finish top 4, or at least try and contend, bro. Damn. Like, we out here flipping giving charity to these lower teams. But anyway, Fulham, Norwich, Southampton get relegated. Norwich being one of them. Winning the league and then getting relegated. Not much can be said. we ended up winning the Community Shield at least, you know. That was good. And Brighton beat Liverpool in the FA Cup. That's fantastic. And I can't remember who won the Carabao Cup. Okay. Well, City ended up beating Liverpool. So Liverpool holding back-to-back domestic L's. You love to see it. Things you love to see. But now it's basically what this whole video is about. Because if I'd lost this, well, you've just sat here for God knows how long, 24 minutes or whatever, just to watch me lose. So good on you. Smash the like button. Haha. Or take your life back. I don't really care at this point. But we're in the final of the Champions League. Who could it be against? Well, I'm here to tell you it's against AC Milan. My Italian team versus the team I don't really like in real life, Chelsea. But we are Chelsea, so I'm going to give this damn near game a 100,000% chance of me beating them. Flecken starts over Selena. Some big calls. Ben Chilwell on the bench. Danny almost starts over Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's legitimately had a revelation for this career mode. Like, he literally turned this whole career mode around. That Bayern Munich game was pivotal. Bang. And as you can see there, one of our former players, Vega, starts for AC Milan. Of course, we did sell him before we got fired, but point being, as you can see there is the team. We've gone with the strongest possible team. And to be honest, 3 minutes in, or 4 minutes in, Brian Brody pops up with a massive goal. Squared it beautifully. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek moment because, of course, like, it's a sweaty goal, and FIFA have been known for their shitty, sweaty goals. But I'm not about to make you guys watch this whole video and not watch me win a damn Champions League. I'm not going to go through a whole series without winning the Champions League. Are you crazy? Nah, bro, I'm trying to win this damn thing. And if I don't win this, there'll be a video out next week where it's, you know, attempt number 2. But we were very much the most dominant form of ourselves I have ever seen. I remember thinking, right, at least at this point where I take this Christian Pulisic shot. This is the best game of FIFA 22 I have. 22? Oh my god. 23 I have ever played. Because we were running riot on them. Like, these boys could not keep up with our front four, essentially. It was, like, I know they're playing slightly lower and everything, but the way that Milan could not get their fullbacks to track back enough, like, it was basically almost a 4-on-2 every time we were attacked. And I mean, as you can see here, Kai Havertz slides it in for Christian Pulisic, who slides it, just rolls it past the goalkeeper. And as you can see there, 62% versus 38, 11 shots to 2. No expected goals for them, 2.9 for us. We've almost got double their passes. And this was their first good opportunity that they had created, and it was a foul through me where they had created it. Hits the post, hits the crossbar, I don't know which one it hits. I try to clear it, it comes off the man's shin, and luckily it doesn't fall to a competent person with a good header on him. Point being, though, I keep saying point being, it's like me saying sublime, I don't know. Sublime. Anyway, 3-1, Almada makes it 3-1. Hold my beer. Brian Broby in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Can't catch him. Rue definitely not touching him. And just a little cheeky chip and 4-1 up. And we got 20 minutes for rock and roll football. 20 minutes, pop them champagne bottles. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. Making wholesale changes at this point. Bring the boys on. Bring the champagne out at this point. Bring me the NBA-esque Champions League winners shirts. I don't know. I thought because Todd Bowie was the chairman / the owner, he would go very American on it. But 5-1 up, and yeah, very unfortunate. Raheem Sterling goes down with a big time injury, 7-month ACL injury. I was like, oh. Anyway, well, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're basically finished this career mode. 5-1 up, Champions League final. You can't get any better than that. Sterling came on as our main striker. I'm pretty sure we subbed him on. Yeah, he came on as our main striker for Broby, but we had to sub him off. So Lamptey comes in, as you can see there, Chilwell's on the other side. Aitan Nori, Reece James. Oh my days, boys. It's fantastic scenes. But yeah, dirty player console. God damn it. Anyway, he ended up tearing his ACL. I don't know how he did that, but FIFA and their injuries. So Tariq Lamptey comes on for the last 5 minutes just to see out the game, make sure we don't concede 4. Don't hold 4 in 5 minutes. That would be terrible. Camavinga making an extraordinary run to run past his own striker And squares it to Callum Hudson-Odoi, who did deserve that goal, might I add. But 6-1 on the day, Champions League winners, Chelsea for the third time in their history, tying with Manchester United now. Interesting scenes. So, of course, we didn't do well in the Premier League, we didn't do well domestically at all. But, European champions. The most Chelsea way to do things. And probably the best way to end off this career mode, might I add. So, yeah, I mean, we started off at Leicester. We got fired, we went to Norwich, won the league there, we did the unthinkable. Got a better job, got a huge job, Chelsea. Main goal, win the Champions League. And boys and girls, if there is any that watch my channel, we're lifting that Champions League trophy. We're lifting big ears. Things you love to see. Up the Blues. I don't know. But smash the like button down below because we achieved our goal. We technically won everything there was to win in this career mode. I mean, I'm pretty sure we won the FA Cup and Community Shield. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure we did with Leicester. We won the Premier League with Norwich, and we won the Champions League and the Community Shield with Chelsea. Fantastic scenes. And I must say, I've had this video edited and ready to do for a little while, but I just haven't managed to do this bit. So I had a day. I was like, cool, I'm going to do it today. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it, but it is what it is. We ended up being champions of Europe at long last. And some of the stats, I mean, these stats are not the greatest. Normally I have double the goals, double the assists and everything, but I didn't play most of the games. I played like 18 games in this season, so it is what it is. But a sublime with 7 goals and 2 assists in 21 games. Not too shabby if you ask me. And yeah, so peeps, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, smash that like button down below. I've asked you like 10 times already, so if you haven't at this point, why am I even asking you? But hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my Twitter. It's pretty dead if you ask me. But, of course, until the next time, I hope you guys have the most fantastic damn day ever. And I am out.